Good morning children, welcome back to the social science class. In our previous class, we know very well we were discussing about the lesson India land resources. So as we were discussing about the India land resources, in our previous class we have discussed about the crop seasons and cropping pattern. So today we are going to discuss about the major crops of India. See, especially I said you India itself is a agro-based country. So as India itself is going to be known as the agro-based country, no? Here agriculture is going to play a very important role. So now the basic need of the human being itself is the food, and that food is going to be provided by the agriculture itself. So here we are going to discuss about some of the important or major crops of India. So when it comes to the major crops of India, again we are going to distribute or divide the major crops into food crops and the commercial crops also. See, today in our class we are going to discuss about mainly the food crops. See, when we are going to discuss about the food crops, no, you know very well, rice is going to be considered as one of the most important food crop. Okay, so I hope in our day-to-day life we are going to make use of rice abundantly. So nowadays, no, due to this busy work schedule, in everybody's family, every time they are cooking rice. So in that rice only again the varieties. If morning they are going to cook the palav, afternoon chitrana, and night again the different types of the rice they are going to prepare. So because now the women are not getting sufficient time to prepare the roti or chapatis. So as a result, no, everyone we are depend upon the rice only. Okay, so rice has become the staple food of Indians. Okay, so as the rice has become the staple food of Indians, we are going to discuss now this rice where we are going to produce more, and what is the suitable soil for this rice, and what climatical conditions it requires, and how much rainfall it requires, and in which area we are going to produce the highest percentage of rice one by one in detail. Okay, so as we are about to discuss the rice, listen carefully, it is very important. Rice is the most important food crop of India. Just now I said you the rice is going to be considered as one of the most important, especially food crop of India. Okay, see, it is the staple food of the people in the eastern, southern and southwestern parts of the country. So usually this rice is going to be considered as the staple food. Maybe it is in the parts of the eastern part, a southern part or southwestern part. So wherever you go, only in the North India they are going to make use of the wheat, that is different. But many of the areas in our country we are going to depend upon only the rice. If you happen to visit our neighboring state, that is the Andhra Pradesh. So in Andhra Pradesh, the rice is going to be considered as the most important food. Okay, so every time they are going to consume rice. But in our Karnataka, some of we know we are going to make use of the rice with apart from rice, we are going to make use of the wheat as well as the jowar. So actually jowar is the staple food for us, but recently you know very well, due to the busy schedule, as we are not getting the time to prepare the rotis, we too have habituated with the rice only. Okay, now India has the largest area under the rice in the world, especially in the whole world. So the land which we are going to make use for the production of rice is highest in our country. So we are making use of highest land for the purpose of producing the rice only, because this is the staple food. So as this is the staple food, no, it is compulsory for us to make use of the highest land under the rice cultivation only. But it is the second largest producer of rice. Even though in area we are first, but when it comes to the production, no, we are standing second place in the world. Okay, and just after China. So China is producing the rice highest in world. So the first place goes to the China, and second place it is the India. So we are also producing maximum of rice in our country. Okay, so rice is the major kharif crop. So in previous class we have discussed about the Kharif season and the Rabi season. So what do you mean by Kharif season? Kharif season is nothing but the season which is going to start with the onset of southwest monsoons. In the sense, when the rainy season starts, no, from there only this season also starts. In the sense, from June we are going to sow the seeds, June to July, and harvesting takes place in the month of September and October. So the rice is going to be considered as one of the Kharif crop. Okay, so it is primarily a tropical crop. And you see, it requires high temperature of 18 degree to 25 degrees Celsius. So actually this rice, no, it requires the high temperature, as it is the tropical crop. Definitely it requires the high temperature. The temperature should be in between 18 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. The areas, those who are going to experience this temperature, it is possible for them to produce the rice sufficiently. Okay, and heavy rainfall of 100 to 200 centimeters per year. Definitely you know very well, rice requires more water. So the areas, those who are going to receive the heavy rainfall more than 100 centimeter to 200 centimeter per annum, they are very suitable for the production of rice, because the rice requires more water. Surplus of water supply should be there. For example, you see, for that reason only, usually the rice is going to be grown in these areas where the irrigation facilities are available. So without irrigation facilities, maybe it is not possible for us to produce the rice. Okay, and alluvial and clay loam soils are very best suited for the cultivation of this rice. Alluvial is very fertile, and at the same time clayey and loam soils are very suitable, are very fit for the production of rice. So rice needs standing water and it needs level land. See, you might be known very well. So gadde care valla gadde. So usually whenever we are going to grow the rice, no, water should be stand there, and in order to stand the water we need the level land also. When the land is level, then only the water will be standing. So if it is ups and down, no, maybe there are the chances that the water is going to flow towards the sloper side. For that reason, we need to have the level land where the water is going to stand continuously. If the water is going to stand continuously, then only it is possible for us to produce the rice effectively. Okay, and irrigation is necessary wherever rainfall is less. So definitely, as it is one of the water based crop, no? So the areas, those who doesn't get the heavy rainfall, for them it is compulsory for them to have the irrigation facility. If irrigation facility is there, then only it is possible for them to produce the rice. Otherwise, in dry farming area, it is not possible for us to produce the rice. Okay, rice is grown in almost all the states of India. So at present, if you take the example of our country, so in our country, no, in almost all the states, the rice is going to be grown. But among them, West Bengal is the largest producer of rice in the country. So West Bengal is there, no? It is the leading producer of rice in our country. So no doubt all the states are going to produce the rice, but among all the states, no, the West Bengal is the leading producer of rice in our country. The other important producers of rice are Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Orissa and Karnataka. So the first place goes to the West Bengal, and apart from West Bengal, no, the other states which are going to produce the maximum of rice are none other than Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and even Karnataka and Punjab, Tamil Nadu. These are some of the important states which are going to produce the rice in our country. Okay, so as we have discussed successfully about the rice, which is considered as the food crop, next we are going to discuss even about the wheat. So wheat is also going to be considered as one of the most important staple food of Indians. So you know very well about the wheat. Wheat in the sense Godi. So you might have heard about this wheat. Now we are going to discuss what type of climate we need and what type of soil we need for the production of wheat also. It is the second important food crop and major rabi crop of India. This is very important for you to keep in your mind. Rice, it is the first important staple crop, and it is the kharif crop. But whereas the wheat is there, no, wheat is the second important food crop of India, and at the same time this is going to be grown in the Rabi season. So Rabi season in the sense the retreating monsoon, when the monsoon winds are going to blow from northeast direction to the southwest direction. So usually the sowing starts during the month of October and November, and harvesting takes place in during the month of February and March. Okay, so this is the important Rabi crop, which wheat is the important Rabi crop and rice is the important, which one? The kharif crop. Okay, now wheat is an important staple food in the northern and northwestern part of the country. So actually wheat is there, no, it is one of the most important staple food, especially for the North India and in the northwestern part of India. So North India, in the sense they are going to make use of more chapatis. Due to climate also, they are going to make the wheat as their staple food, because you see wheat is there, no, it generates the heat. So usually the North India, it is having some cold climate, and as it is having the cold climate, no, if the people are going to consume the wheat more and more, no, the wheat is going to generate the heat in the body, and it's at the same time it is possible for them to safeguard themselves by the cold. Okay, it is a crop of temperature regions. It requires moderate temperature. It doesn't require the high temperature, it requires the moderate temperature. The temperature should be in between 10 degree to 15 degree Celsius. The areas, those who are going to receive the temperature of just 10 degree to 15 degree Celsius, there it is possible for us to produce the wheat. And annual rainfall of just 50 to 70 centimeters. It doesn't require the heavy rainfall. So wheat doesn't require the heavy rainfall. If it is getting the 50 to 70 centimeter of rainfall also sufficient for the production of wheat. And next you see, heavy loams and black soils are best suited for the wheat cultivation. Heavy loams and black soil, it is very suitable for the production of wheat. Okay, so wheat is mainly grown in the northern plains. So usually this wheat is there, no, it is going to be mainly grown or produced in the northern plains, mainly in Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra and northern parts of Karnataka. So even in the northern parts of Karnataka also we are going to see the growing of wheat or the production of wheat. Okay, India is the second largest producer of wheat in the world next to China. Again, so India is second largest producer of the wheat, just next to the China. In the sense, the first place again goes to the China only for the producing of wheat also. Okay, so today we have discussed about the food crops, that is the rice and wheat. So in the next period we are going to continue with some of the important commercial crops also. So what are the important commercial crops are going to be grown in our country, and what type of climate they require and what type of soil they require, everything we are going to discuss in detail in our next period. Okay, till to that, bye, thank you.